Holy moly, Multiverse is absolutely cooked for Season 4. Plus, they gave us a roadmap for everything to expect. Thank you, Multiverses. We've been asking for a roadmap. So, this is incredible. Check this out. 2 new characters, Raven and Marceline, are going to be the characters for the season, with Raven being the Battle Pass character. 2 new maps are coming to the game, one from Samurai Jack franchise and the other from the Adventure Time series. Multiversus Season 4 is going to be 10 weeks long, and I think this is because the Christmas and holiday season is coming up at the end of December, so the devs probably factored in, all right, let's extend this a little bit longer. So we're getting a 10-week season instead of an 8-week season. There's going to be 2 battle passes. The normal one, again, Raven is going to be the battle pass character at the start of Season 4. And my best guess right now would be Marceline might be the mid-season character. No, she will be the mid-season character. But my best guess is maybe there's a mini version of a battle pass for Marceline during the mid-season update. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how that goes, but I couldn't find any other information on that so far. We will then get 4 themed events, rifts, and skins. One called Trigon Possessed, which I'm so excited for. This is Old God Superman. This is one of the most wanted costumes variants from myself, at least. I know a lot of other people think this is awesome, but he should also be a boss in one of the rifts, I believe. But then we get something called Mystic Vista. Ugly Sweaters are returning, which is pretty cool. And then Polar Vortex. I believe those are the names of the events and rifts that will be coming during Season 4. And then it even gets more exciting. There's a new feature called Fighter Road, which we'll break down in just a moment. And then, of course, a brand new game mode called Arena, which we got a ton of information on, starting with how it's going to work. And it looks like you'll end up choosing a fighter, but you only get like a small selection of fighters. I don't know if you're able to continue unlocking more and more fighters, but it does look like you'll have to spend some new coins. And these coins are only towards the arena, the new arena mode. So you use these coins. Looks like you can randomize some of the characters or maybe re-roll a specific character. I'm not sure how that goes, but use coins, select a fighter, and then go into the arena. And the arena itself will have its own in-game shop. And this is not like cosmetic-wise, but this is how the arena works. You'll end up purchasing these new abilities or powers that you equip while in the arena. And as we can see, there's quite a few different ones, but the first one up on the left, it's called Investor. Increase the interest gained per round. And interest is what I believe they're calling those coins, because, well, that's kind of what it says right there in the center of the screen. But there's a whole bunch of different power-ups, including different rarities. As we can see, there's a legendary one. I'm sure there's more than this, but there's legendary, there's epic, there's rares, and then you kind of level these up. You can see the progression bar on the epic one in the center there. It has 1 out of 2 bars filled up. And then, of course, to the right of that, you can see there's a sell option. So if you get an ability that you don't want, it looks like you're able to at least sell it back and get some coins back, which is kind of cool. Maybe you want to focus on one specific ability. So, sell that, get coins, and then buy and level up the abilities that you do want to use. Next up, we get a glimpse at what the leaderboard is going to look like. It should display your wins. As we can see, first place, Ajax up there. We see Ajax, but it looks like he's got 6 wins currently. The 5th place team has 2 losses, and then 8th place team has 2 losses as well. So it will display win and loss streaks, which is kind of cool. It also shows over on the right-hand side, it looks like it's possibly a breakdown of the teams and the power-ups that those teams have. So it's kind of interesting if you're able to kind of study those, and maybe it's kind of like a chess game. You figure out which abilities these other teams have, and then you want to, go with other abilities that might possibly counter the ones that, the other team has. So maybe there's a little bit of a chess game in that sort of sense, but, it's kind of cool. Big breakdown for everything. And of course, the main objective of this entire mode is to knock out the other teams to win. So maybe that's how you earn extra coins. Every time you enter a battle, you probably get some of the interest or the coins, and maybe you win and you get more, and then you lose and you get less. That's me guessing, but again, you just jump into the arena and fight, so pretty cool. And then it shows the breakdown at the end of the arena after all the matches are done. But the main takeaway here, you get prestige points for the prestige shop, so that's pretty damn cool. Looks like first place gets 700, and then it kind of breaks down categories: total damage, ring outs, interest gained, gold spent. So you kind of want to make sure you get a ton of points in all these different categories, and that's, I guess, how you can help get first place. I'm assuming most wins is going to be the best way to, be first place, but they break down in different categories, which is kind of cool. Now let's go over to Fighter Road, where we got a ton of information. So up first, we got this little graphic: earn progress towards one fighter at a time. You earn required amounts of Fighter Road XP, which is a new XP being made for Season 4 onwards, and we'll get into that in just a second, but you earn this XP through matches, Battle Pass, and events. And then, of course, after you get the amount of XP needed, you unlock a fighter for free. That's how it works. And as we can see here, Fighter Road is going to have its own tab in the menu up top there, so that's kind of cool. Over on the right-hand side, you can see the little progress bar that says Fighter Road XP until lock, 0 out of 6,250. There is still the ability to purchase fighters with fighter currency that you have. Quick note, fighter currency is no longer able to be obtained in the game from Season 4 onwards, but we'll get to that in a second. Of course, if you still want to buy a character for straight up Gleamium, you can. I don't know if anybody that actually does that, but it's still an option at least. So here's some details from the website, and they tell us that Fighter Road is going to be a streamlined way to earn characters through an easy to follow progression track that players can just tackle at their own pace, which is pretty cool. So they mentioned that they're introducing Fighter Road XP, a new type of XP that can be collected by players in matches, special events, or via direct purchase. So if a player is really itching to get their hands on a specific character, they can still choose to purchase instantly with remaining fighter currency that they have. So if you want to play Superman but you don't have them unlocked, you could still use fighter currency or Gleamium or character tickets that you have to instantly purchase that. That's fine. But if you want to work on something casually, you select a fighter and then you just kind of gain XP for that character throughout, well, the course of you playing the game. And then it does say, keep in mind that fighter currency will no longer be available in-game and can only be used should a player have leftover surplus of the currency. So finally, the bulk of the roster will be available to test out and play in the lab to make sure players are fully satisfied with their choices before they invest their time and resources into a character that doesn't quite fit their playstyle, which is phenomenal. Great job, devs. Next up, they tell us that Fighter Road is divided into tiers, which groups certain characters together based on a number of factors. I'm not sure what those are, but first tier, for example, consists of Shaggy, Banana Guard, Wonder Woman, and Batman. So while characters are unlocked in a specific order in Fighter Road, some tiers allow for players to choose which character they want to work towards unlocking next. So there's a lot here. This Fighter Road sounds really good, pretty straightforward, very simple. So this doesn't really affect myself, not that anyone asked, because I already have every character unlocked. But what do you do with excess fighter currency then? If you can't use it on any characters, is it just kind of like dead in your inventory? Well, they do tell us something about that, where the Fighter Road is going to continue on until players manage to unlock all of the fighters on the road. If a player manages to unlock all characters, up to and including Nubia, the additional Fighter Road XP earned will then be converted into Battle Pass XP at a rate of 40%. Oh, and if you're curious about Raven, fear not, she will be arriving on the Fighter Road November 15th, which is 3 days after Season 4 begins. So there's that. But I'm guessing, if any of you out there like me and you have every character unlocked right now, what do you do with that fighter currency? Is it just going to be one lump sum turned into Battle Pass XP? I don't know how that's going to go, because they're always going to be releasing new fighters. So are they just expecting you to use the fighter currency towards that? Well, then what if you have character tickets? I'm not sure. I hope they go into more details on this, because I can't find the answer currently. But Season 4 starts next Tuesday, November 12th. Fighter Road, new arena, great characters coming to the game, new stages. Like, Season 4 is going to be I think Season 4 is going to be the best season so far. The devs keep knocking it out of the park. Better and better, more improvements. I mean, there's so much to look forward to. And then, of course, let's end off with our guy Ajax telling us that, there's going to be there's even more to go over because they haven't even mentioned combat changes yet. So there's going to be a special place to talk about all of that, of course. And of course, he's alluding to another Into the Verse stream, which probably is this weekend, maybe Saturday, maybe Sunday. We'll have to wait and see, but that's coming up relatively shortly. So Season 4 starts next week. Very excited. So let's go. Multiversus is making some major improvements, and the game is just getting better and better.